Today, the wonderful world of Disney's is The Kid, in which Bruce Willis plays a communist who is seeing a little kid who is a 8-year-old version of himself after like a plane thing happened with him. And then they get along quite horribly a little bit with having a break with adult Rusty having a breakdown for what I think is a hallucination. But they kind of got along quite mixed. But then after young Rusty tries to marry Janet, it then goes well. But then they start talking. Young Rusty starts talking about what happened in his 8 years, and they gonna become not say friends, like good pals, sort of. And then young Rusty decides to fight the bullies, but got into trouble. But then they later are still pals, and they meet their older self, and then adult Rusty is normal with him being the only Rusty, and decides to live with Janet alongside a dog. After now remembering a dog for 39 years, and then remembers a dog, Chester. And I thought this film was pretty good. It's pretty good. The idea, like Bruce Willis uh, hanging out with his 8-year-old version of himself, is an interesting concept of how their time together goes. Like it goes from crazy to sad to interesting to great. And the actors Bruce Willis and the kid who plays young Rusty are pretty good in this movie. I like both of them in this movie. There's a Matthew Perry cameo as a bearded man, but he's not, for some reason, not credited in this movie, which is kind of weird, especially since in the same year this movie came out, Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry starring the whole 9 yards, and Bruce Willis starts showing up in Friends episodes. So it's weird that Matthew Perry's not credited in this movie. And I do like the appearance of older Rusty. It's like pretty interesting appearance, because he's basically Bruce Willis with old man makeover. But it doesn't look too bad for the most part, though he looks a little too young without the mustache and white hair. So it looks weird. But does look pretty good for a little bit. So, and I do like the use of the plane. It's kind of interesting use of why this is happening of adult Rusty meeting young Rusty. It's interesting. And the ending is really good with young and adult Rusty meeting with old Rusty. Then they both disappear, and adult Rusty lives by himself carrying a dog, and decides to live with Janet. That's a pretty good way to end this type of movie. It has some good heart, and Some little funny moments with the young Rusty. And yeah, so I really like The Kid a lot. It's like an interesting film that Disney has made, unlike anything Disney movie I've seen before. So yeah, so that is it for this The Kid, The Wonderful World of Disney.